and welcome to my video. Today I thought I'd do, well I say today, tonight it's 20 past 12 and I thought I'd do an impromptu video. I just turned a certain age 20 minutes ago. I'm now the wrong side of 40, so I thought I'd celebrate it with my favourite, well not my favourite, my second favourite perfume. No, first favourite obviously is Rose, second favourite is Violet. And I've now got a few Violet perfumes, only humble few, not, you know, we're not going crazy here, but enough to share, I think, and I'm very pleased with my little selection. So before I get into my perfumes, I actually was naughty and opened a present. Well, I think I'm not naughty, you know, I have just turned my age and it's technically my birthday. So I opened my sister's present and I'm really pleased. Clearly I go on about Violet too much because she got me this beautiful sweet violet gin. How beautiful is that bottle, with a wax top as well. So I'm going to dig into this, probably not tonight because it's already late, but yeah, how beautiful is that? Now if that was a bottle of perfume, can you imagine? A huge lovely purple juice perfume, but it's not, and I get to drink it, so it's all good. And she also got me this book, which I think was probably been out for a little while now, but I've only just... Cat, what are you doing? Sorry. This was a film back in, I can't remember when it came out, but it was, I've never seen the film. People keep telling me I must go and watch this film. It's all about perfume, but it's obviously a little bit gothic and a bit dark, which, you know, I like that kind of thing. This looks really interesting and I've never read it, I've never seen it, so I'm really looking forward to reading this book. Anybody that's read this book or seen the film, what do you think? Because it looks really exciting, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. So back on topic, back on the fragrances. So with my love for Violet, I'm not quite sure when I first started loving Violet. As a painter, I love the colour. It's always beautiful trying to get this kind of vivid, beautiful violet when you're painting. And I also love the flavour of Violet. It's just, it's something, you know, the whole package of Violet really does work for me, and I really enjoy it. So I think it seemed to make sense to obviously try and find it in perfume. And my first Violet perfume that I tried was, my cats are making so much noise, hang on. So my first experience with Violet was this perfume. This is the Giorgio Armani Violet Diamonds. And this is a very, very light perfume. I got this, how long ago was this? I had another bottle of this. This is actually a second bottle. And before I got into this whole fragrance hobby, crazy, extreme hobby, if you want to call it a hobby, this is the perfume that I was wearing every single day, every day, just because it was light and it was fresh, simple, and I really, really enjoyed it. It's a straight, it's not, I say it's fresh, it's kind of fresh, but there's certain notes that make it kind of smooth as well. I think there's praline, it's obviously violet. Violet is the main note here. There's also praline, vanilla. There's also rose and lychee in this as well. So it kind of makes it a sort of a smooth, not gourmand, but you know, it has that kind of edible quality to it, and it's quite soft as well. So it is very, very, very light. And because I wore this every day, I decided that I needed to have another perfume that had more violet in it, I suppose. I wanted to try other things, which I guess started this whole perfume adventure because I was looking on Fragrantica and looking for other perfumes that had violet. And the next perfume that I found, and where my whole journey kind of started, was with the next perfume. So this is my first acquisition of violet, and it is a really lovely scent. A good safe blind buy if you love violet. Very light, very easy to wear. So I don't reach for it as much anymore because I now have others, but you know, on a simple day it's still a really nice perfume to go for. But the next one I found was, I've mentioned this on another video, this is my Lolita Lempicka EDT Toilette. I've used quite a bit of this actually. Again, very easy to wear perfume, not heavy at all, not like it's Eau de Parfum, the original Eau de Parfum. So this one is my favourite. This is the one that I wear so often, so much. It's so easy to wear. It's very, there's a green quality to it. I think that's from the Ivy. It's very much a violet and ivy and iris kind of a scent. I don't get too much iris in this. Obviously iris makes things fairly powdery, but this is such a pretty fairy, it's such a kind of playful violet smell. It's so pretty. I just love this one. It just screams fairy tale. The bottle, the design, everything about it. This one came out in, oh, I haven't got the date, but I have obviously mentioned it in a previous video, so I'll have the date with that one. But I just love this. I love the bottle. I love reaching for it. Lolita Lempicka Eau de Toilette. And that bottle is just to die for. So my third violet choice is the Eau de Parfum. So this is the Lolita Lempicka Eau de Parfum. And again, I mentioned it in my previous Lolita Lempicka collection video. This is a much heavier version. This one has a lot of licorice and anise, and again, it's violet heavy. The violet is still the main player. I'd call this more of an evening scent, or one you'd wear in perhaps the colder months. But again, as you can see, the bottle is in keeping with the others, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And I love it. It's just stunning. So that's my number 3. Now my number 4 is a bit duplicit, I would say. It's a strange one. I got this because I saw it on another review, and it just sounded really unusual, and just based on the things I love, I just had to go for it. It's called Halloween. I can't remember who it's by. I think whoever it's by sold it, and it now is called Halloween by Halloween or something like that. I can't remember. I love the fact that it's meant to obviously appear as a little perfume, like a little poison bottle, little gothic kind of, yeah, poison bottle. And if you saw this, how would you think it smelled? You'd think it smelled of a really lovely deep violet, perhaps, you know, evening, something that would be in keeping obviously with the name and the design of the bottle, but you couldn't be further from the truth because it's completely different. It's a fresh, summery, almost citrusy kind of a violet smell. It obviously has violet, it has sea notes, it has banana leaf. Yeah, I mean, those are the main notes. It's very fresh, very bright, very clean smelling. It kind of has that cucumbery element. I don't know if you know what I mean, but some perfumes kind of end up with that kind of cucumbery, fresh kind of smell. And it really is like that. I don't actually get an awful lot of violet from this perfume, but it does have a lot of violet in it, apparently. And I guess the colour of the juice would suggest that it's a violet perfume as well. I do still enjoy it. I don't reach for it too much because it's nothing exciting. It's nothing too, you know, unusual. It's very, very straight up, sort of just very linear, very simple, very clean smelling. This one came out in 1997, so it's quite an old perfume now. I still enjoy it. It's still a pretty perfume, and but nothing to do with Halloween. So just very duplicit, very deceiving, and yeah. So that's Halloween, and that is my number 4. So my 5th violet perfume is Nirvana Black by Elizabeth and James. This came out in 2013. This is the only one I've smelled in this line. There's a few others in this line. But this is the only one I've actually tried and have in my collection. I really like this packaging. I don't know what it is. It's got that kind of knobbly texture, and I really love I'm a bit sensory. I love anything like that. It's quite a masculine bottle, I suppose. I think it is a unisex smell. But this, again, this is obviously a violet-based perfume. And this only has 3 notes, actually. This is sandalwood, violet, and vanilla. I actually quite like perfumes that only have a few notes. I often like how that is. It's simple, and then you end up smelling exactly, you know, the notes that are in it. It makes the perfume less complex, if that's, you know, what you're going for. And yeah, it's just something that I enjoy. But this one actually, although it contains only a 3rd note of violet, you don't really smell too much violet in this one. You do want to dry down. It's mostly a sort of warm, rich sandalwood and vanilla smell. I actually really do enjoy this one. I like wearing this one when I go to bed. I like wearing it in the winter. And you do get a hint of violet in there. So it is still a nice violet-y smell, but it isn't a violet-rich violet heavy kind of a scent, so that's not something if you're looking for violet, it wouldn't necessarily be the one you'd want to go for. But you do smell the violet in the base, and I do enjoy this one as well. But and obviously the fact that it contains 3 notes, one of them being a violet, is still relevant for this line, this violet line. So, and that's my 5th violet perfume in my collection. Smooth, rich, and sandalwoody, really nice. So number 6, we have Choco Violet by Mancera. Now I have obviously mentioned this in a previous video on my haul. Well, I really love it because, like I say in the previous video, you do get your chocolate, you do get the violet, you also get a hazelnutty kind of vibe as well. It's very gourmand, it's easy to wear, and I would definitely wear this either to bed or in the colder months because it's quite heavy, quite gourmand, certainly not one for summer, it's not fresh. And I do really enjoy this one. It's kind of a fun scent. I think I'd probably wear this if I was going out in the evening to a friend's house to sit and watch TV or films, or just sitting at home on the sofa watching things. It's a cozy scent, and apparently my cat agrees as well. Nimbus, what is wrong with you? Excuse me for a second. Now my 7th violet scent is my latest acquisition. This is one I only just bought a few days ago, and I absolutely love this scent. This is actually a straight up violet. This is as clear and as honest as a violet's going to be that I've smelt so far anyway. I saw these bottles on a website. I forgot which one it was now. I was looking for something else, and I saw this beautiful purple bottle, and I thought, oh, that looks interesting. And I saw the word violet and clicked on it. I thought, yes, this looks really, really good. It looks on Fragrantica. I see a lot of positive reviews on the violet notes and how it's very much a candid violet. There's nothing bad to say about it if you love violet. This is a great perfume for layering because of the fact that it is a very well-rounded, very simple, quite soft violet. It's not a heavy scent. It's very sweet but not too sweet. It's florally but not too florally. I think it's the sort of violet that sits quite nicely between being sweet and florally or too heavy. It's a great one to layer. Any perfumes that you have a violet note that you want to sort of bring forward, this would be a great thing to do to layer over the top. Violet came out in 2016, and I've seen there's another perfume in this line that I was interested in called Lavande. It's obviously a lavender based perfume, but I've seen now mentioned on YouTube as well. That one I'm interested in smelling as well because it sounds really, really lovely. But obviously the violet would be my first choice. I can't get enough of this bottle. It's just, if you're a purple lover, a violet lover, this bottle's just going to be, yeah, it's just gorgeous. Everything about it is so pretty. I absolutely love it. So this is Violette by Molinard. This is a very, very affordable perfume. I managed to buy this for £33 on, I forgot the name of the website, but I'll link it below. And perfect, you can't really go wrong. It's just a lovely, lovely violet scent to have. When I first spray this, I get a slightly musky violet, but that turns very quickly into a sort of candied Parma violet kind of violet. And in the dry down, it becomes a kind of lipsticky violet, you know, that kind of powdery lipstick kind of vibe. Really feminine. Although you're happy with this, I'm really pleased that I bought this. So this is my number 7, Violette by Molinard. So those are my violet scents. There's only 7, I say only. That's probably a lot in some people's world, but probably nothing in in a frag head world. I really do enjoy violet. It's not so heady, I would say, as rose. I love my rose, and I'm much more selective with my rose fragrances because of the fact that I do love it so much. With violet, I think it sits and blends so easily with so many different perfumes that, you know, it's an easy one to have. It's an easy one to choose, and no doubt I'll probably acquire a few more in my fragrance journey. But for now, this is my choice for violets. There are many others I'd like to try. For now, I'm sitting pretty with the 7, and I'm very happy with these. And again, can't say enough good things about this one. This is a lovely one. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll leave it there. I'll try to keep it really short this time because I think I've got a habit of maybe making videos too long, so that's something I've got to think about. So if anything I've left out that I've not mentioned and you're interested in, let me know and I can help you there. I think I'm going to go and pour myself a cheeky violet gin. Just to be sociable and in keeping with the video. That's just the only reason, honestly. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. And if anyone's got any of these perfumes, let me know what you think, especially the Violet by Molinard. I'd love to know everyone else's thoughts. But yeah, that's all. I'll leave you with that, and I'll see you on the next one.